What's up, guys? I'm here with a true hero, so I am flattered to even be speaking with him. I wanted you guys to meet him as well. This is my buddy Joe. He is a World War II veteran. He is 98 years old. I don't want to talk. I want you guys to meet him. I want him to tell you who he is. He is working out at the gym. I am very humbled. I'm very flattered to be in his presence. I've been talking to him. He's been telling me stories from 80 years ago, from World War II. So my heart's beating fast, like I just drank a strong cup of coffee. So Joe, if you could kind of introduce yourself, tell him who you are, how old you are, where you were born.
I was born March 14th, 1924 in Hammond, Indiana. I lived there until I enlisted out of high school into the United States Navy. Served during the war, came back and married my beloved wife, and blessed with 62 and a half years of wonderful marriage.
Incredible.
God living, I'm Catholic, I believe in God. All my life has been associated with God, and I try to live my life and raise my family, and I was fortunate. There are 4 children, they're all married, they all have children. I have 10 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren. They are very good to me in my later years. I was so fortunate because I'm by myself, so it's not easy doing that, but because I'm blessed with longevity, I have to be so thankful to Almighty God, and I am. I have a prayer session every day ever since my wife died. And
What was your wife's name, Joe?
my last name is Bomersback.
What was your wife's name?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. And you
my
guys were
wife.
married 62 years.
Right.
Congratulations on that. That's incredible.
Thank you.
We talked about, just a second ago, we talked about gratitude, and that's one of our 5 elements that I preach on YouTube is be grateful every morning. And you said, we kind of talked about that. Can you kind of touch on that and tell YouTube viewers what you're grateful for and what your kind of your methodology is, your ideology, and tell them what you told me, what you do on a daily basis, what your attitude of gratitude is.
Well, I have a strong belief in God, and as I mentioned, I pray every day. And all my life I've tried to lead that life, and I saw it so evident and so necessary when I was in the military, because you're faced with death. You don't know what might happen. All you know is that it's in the hands of the Almighty above. And so when I came back, I tried to lead the good life as much as I could and raise my children that way. Anything else?
What do you like? You're getting. I guess I got caught up in talking to you about the war stories and just being like we were talking about being grateful. Tell people what your diet is like. What is your daily diet like? What do you have for breakfast? What do you have for lunch? What does your diet consist of?
I usually have every morning a glass of orange juice and a fried egg. I've been doing that for so many years. People always laugh and they say, "What else do you eat?" And I said, "Not much else."
That's great. And you got it, and it's an everyday thing for you. So it's a habit, it's a lifestyle.
All right. And once in a while I throw bacon in there with it, and I'm very fortunate. My daughter makes meals for me. I reimburse her, but that's the way she brings them over and puts them in my freezer or a fridge, and then all I have to do is put them in the oven, because they're all in a aluminum pan with.
So you cook for yourself?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow. And so do you, I didn't even ask you if you drive. Do you drive?
Oh yeah,
You still drive?
Yeah.
Wow, what kind of car do you drive?
It's I don't know, where did I park? God, I can't even remember. Right over here somewhere. It's a black, it looks black, but it's a green metallic Buick.
Is it the Oldsmobile?
No, it's a Buick.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
That's, so,
77.
so you're 98 and you drive, you work out, like,
Yeah.
that's incredible, you cook for yourself. So what is your workout regimen consist of? What do you do when you get here? Twice a week?
Yeah, twice a week, and I try to work out on each machine about roughly 10 minutes. And I usually limit it to an hour because at my age, the fatigue does set in.
Yeah, but what did I tell you when I passed by you? I said, man, you look strong. Yeah, right or wrong? Am I lying? I said, you look strong. And then I came back and I was like, he's killing it. It wasn't even like you were struggling with anything. Everything you were doing, you were doing with a purpose. You know, it was almost like you're on a mission every day. And, like you're sitting down now, but, you were up and down. You went from the bike to the machine. It was like, and that's what I want to tell people is when he was moving in the gym, he's here twice a week, but he's driving here, he's getting here, he's eating his breakfast, he's saying his prayers, he's being grateful, he's showing gratitude. What's the other thing that we talked about is drinking water. So how much water do you drink a day?
Unfortunately, I don't drink enough.
Not much, not enough.
I get close to dehydration.
I'm going to buy you a water before I leave.
My daughter is on me all the time. But what was I going to say I came back from, if you will, from the war and the GI Bill. I went to college and I finished at Northwestern. I never would have been able, my parents could have never afforded that, but through the GI Bill I got that.
What's your degree in? What is your degree in?
Business administration with a major in production. And so it was to show them an incentive, and they all did. 3 of the 4. One didn't do it, but they're all retired now. And they had a good life. And, spoke about the joys of life, the little things. When I started working at Inland Steel, we started a fishing club. And we would go up every year for a week. And it grew. We got as high as 13. And over 62 years, there's only 3 of us left. 22 people have gone on to meet their maker. But I remember every one of those, and I fished with every one of them. And it was just wonderful because you don't have to have a fortune to enjoy life. And I'm very fortunate. I'm folks who are hardworking, no cause of productivity question. I remember it well.
Let me. I don't mean to interrupt you, but something just came to my mind. I think one thing that bothers me is that people today think that everything is bad, right? It's so bad. Our economy's bad. Prices of gas. And how would you compare this to the Great Depression?
I think that we have so many things available today that during the Depression they did not have.
So I guess that's what I'm asking you. Would you say this is so much worse than the Great Depression, or would you say the Great Depression far surpasses anything of this time?
Well, the Depression was, during the Depression we had 20 million people unemployed. Now, women did not work then, so that the country was flat on its can. And, they had For example, I saw people, I was old enough to see them where they couldn't repair their shoes. If they had a hole in their soles, they had a cardboard in there.
Wow.
And they had, I saw grown men cry. People committed suicide occasionally because they were at wit's end.
So nothing like then. So
Oh,
this is nothing compared to the Great Depression.
No, and now we have not only plentiful with everything, but we have drugs, alcohol, and that we never had then, thank God. And we are, as a society, I think we have to be more aware of that and more appreciative of that.
I agree. And I wasn't even around back then, but just listening to you, I can pick up on that. And I've never had a pair of shoes where I only had one. I had to put cardboard in it, so I mean, I get it. I can only imagine. I think the other thing that we didn't touch on was how much sleep do you get at night? How much sleep? What would you say? How many hours?
Unfortunately, I have a health issue. I have a bladder problem. I had been to the doctor. I had a procedure where they tried to, it's in my bladder, and there isn't much you can do. I go to bed usually at 9 o'clock at night, and I get out of bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's 11 hours, but it's not, I sleep fitfully. In fact, I get up during the night. Last night was an example, at least 10 times. So I know sooner,
You gotta get up.
I have that intense urge, and I mean, you better right now. And so I've been to the doctor, but I do sleep fitfully. Not as well as I should. That's why I go to bed early, get out of bed late in the morning.
So let's do like a lightning round with you, Joe. Let's have you answer some of these questions and fun. I kind of want to get you guys to know who Joe is. We were talking about sports. You said your favorite sport is what? Your favorite sport? What sports do you like to watch?
I like basketball. I like all sports, but I particularly like basketball.
And your favorite team is who?
Because I played that. I coached it. I refereed it. High school level. It's a game where I think it helps prepare you for life. You start young,
Yeah.
and you make decisions out on the court. You can't wait. It has to be now. And so it's a great opportunity to use your skills or whatever you have. And I like all sports, and I played all of them.
And you said your favorite basketball team is the Indiana Hoosiers, right?
Right.
You like IU and you like Bobby Knight, and we were talking about like hobbies. What hobbies do you have? What TV shows do you like? What should we know about you? What's a fun fact about you that you want to tell the people?
Well, hobbies, I love to travel. I haven't been able to do much of that since my wife passed away, but I love to travel. This country is blessed with so many beautiful spots, and I've tried to, I've done a fair job of visiting a lot of those. I like to watch youth when they're embryonic, as they're striving to become
Our future leaders.
exactly, and not just athletically, but on the
Academic level, maybe.
academic.
Yeah. Give them, look in the camera and tell these people what they need to know to get their butts to the gym, to take care of themselves. Give them one piece of advice from a veteran like you, somebody who hasn't stopped exercising. What piece of advice could you give myself and other people who are looking for a piece of advice?
I think it's very important, health-wise, to have a regimen and That is to every day to not miss breakfast and just have every day a breakfast, meal, a lunch and dinner, and proper rest. I believe faith in God is beneficial along that line. I think that family is so important to me, and my grandchildren, I don't. They're all over the country, and so I can't send cards like I used to. So I text them on my iPad, and for their birthdays, and they acknowledge that, and it's so good to get feedback from them. I don't know.
And I know you get a lot of joy from that. I can see the joy on your face when you talk about your children, your grandchildren. Joe, thanks for spending so much time with us. I apologize if I interrupted your workout. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is a true hero. So if you guys don't understand World War II veterans, he was in World War II. He's 98 years old. He comes to the gym twice a week. He drives. He is just, these are, I wish that I could meet somebody like Joe every single day, because I think you're the salt of the earth. People like you are not so common anymore. Number one, because most people don't live to be 98 years old. Number two, they're not, your mind is so sharp, and you're so cognitive, and your motor skills are there, you're driving, you're working out. That's just as flattering as meeting you being a World War II veteran. So I thank you for your service. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm humbled. You taught me a lot. Hopefully he taught you guys a lot. If you guys are not subscribe to this channel. Put the notifications button on. Share this with somebody who needs advice. They need motivation to get to the gym. If he can do it, anybody can do it. But like I said, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
I thank you.
Scott, to be you and your wife. I'm honored that you would, and I would like to add one thing that, at Veterans Day, and every time the people acknowledge somebody's service, they are honoring not just that individual, but more so those who paid the supreme sacrifice. We are so fortunate in this country. 400,000 people gave their lives in World War II that we might continue living the standard of living that we have. And they did a great job.
That's incredible. That's incredible. 400,000, and and that's where the phrase came from. All gave some gave all.
Right.
And I always say freedom is not free. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, for your service, but just what you saw, what you went through, being away from your family, but just giving us the freedom that we have today, and hopefully people understand what that means. But you're a living legend.
Well,
you're a hero.
Thank you so much. I remember your name now, Scott.
Yes.
I've already forgotten.
Yes. So look at that camera and tell them, subscribe to this. Have a great day. Stay fit. Stay strong. Be grateful.
Your name again?
Sumi.
Scott. That's Sumi.
I'm sorry.
Sumi.
My hearing is bad.
Sumi.
Tubi?
Sumi with an S.
Julie?
S-U-M-I.
Susie.
Oh, I have a granddaughter, Susie. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, take care.